Hey guys, I'm Amy and you've landed on Bella's Bargains. That's my cow Effingham, and sometimes he co-hosts with me. He's got a lot to say. This channel is Dollar Tree and only Dollar Tree. And why? Because everything at the Dollar Tree is $1.25, people. So stick around, consider subscribing, and don't forget to give me that big thumbs up. And if you want to know more about the 4 uploads I do every week, just check out the description box for more information. Enjoy! Alright, if you're just turning into my channel because of the playlist, and you haven't been here before, then you wouldn't know that I start every video with a song. But I do. It's my thing. And so since this challenge is all about flowers, there's only one song that I can sing. I mean, one, right? How does it go? You don't bring me flowers. You don't sing me love songs. You hardly talk to me anymore when I come through the door at the end of the day. I remember when you couldn't wait to love me. Used to hate to leave me. Now after loving me late at night, when it's good for you, babe, and you're feeling alright, well, you just roll over and turn out the light. And you don't bring me flowers anymore. My cat is meowing at that. Not a dog howling, a cat meowing. Should we do another one? Used to be so natural, used to be, to talk about forever. But used to be so count anymore, they just lay on the floor till we sweep them away. And baby, I remember all the things you taught me. I learned how to laugh and I learned how to cry. So you think I could learn how to tell you goodbye? That might have been a little flat. You don't bring me flowers anymore. Okay, that's enough. Hi guys, welcome to Bella's Bargains. My name is Amy. I really do start every video with a song. Normally there's not an intro to the song. You just start playing and I'm singing. So today it is a challenge video. And I've just been doing a lot of these lately. So today's channel challenge, what is spring flowers? And it's brought to us by Amanda from Six Kids and a Glue Gun, which is insane. And from Brenda from Rustic and Lace DIY. So, I mean, 6 kids and a gun, but I commend you, Amanda. I couldn't do it. I stopped at 4 and that was 4 too many. All right, so today it is spring flowers. So I had so much fun. I love doing florals, but my problem with florals is I'm always like holding on to them. Like, I don't want to use them. I don't want to use them. Why? Just use them, Amy. Craft with them. So today I did some of my favorite crafts, actually, I think of all time. Now that I'm retired and I have more time, I feel like I'm crafting better, and maybe that's just because I'm more relaxed. I'm not rushing to try and get a video done. So can I just show you the 3 that I did for today? They're phenomenal. By the way, there's stuff you're seeing in the background here. A lot of this are my Easter DIYs. There's some more over there, like right there. Yep, there they are. Oh, let's get them all in. There you go. Okay. So they're my favorite though. Not my favorite, but the funniest one is this one over here, the blue one with the Kardashian tail. All right. So let me dive right into what I did for you today. They're all 3 my favorites. I do not have a favorite, but you're going to have to let me know which one is yours. So I'm going to start with the one that's the closest. And it was also the easiest. Wait, what? What's so fantastic about this? It's still drying, so I have to be careful. So Dollar Tree Plus has resin. Did you guys know that? If you don't know that, keep an eye out for it if you have a Dollar Tree Plus. If you don't, I'm so sorry. But you can order resin online. I just happen to buy everything from Dollar Tree. Did I say that? This channel's Dollar Tree, and only Dollar Tree, Dollar Tree, Dollar Tree, Dollar Tree. I'm gonna write a song. Anyway, and I do crafts hauls and taste testing, and it's all Dollar Tree. There's no paints from Walmart or Michael's or Hobby Lobby or online or whatever. None of that. And I don't have an Amazon store. So anyway, it's just I buy a Dollar Tree. And some stuff, I just buy it when I see it and it'll be in my stash for a long time because I don't know when I'm going to use it, but I know it's really cool, which is one of the crafts I'm going to show you today. All right, so I bought the resin probably 4 or 5 months ago, the first time I saw it. And I've been wanting to do one of these. I think these are super cool. I gotta be careful, it's still dry. where they put the resin in the bottom. But here's the thing about it. What I want you guys to really notice is my balance of florals that I put in there. Let me show you how I made it. Easy, easy, easy. Okay, so these are picks from the Dollar Tree, of course. And they had a really large, like, magnolia. I think it's a magnolia on them. Anyway, but I took that off because it was too big for the vase, but I loved the other elements of this pick. So I have to cut it down because it's too long. So these things are really hard to cut. I sort of score it and then bend it back and forth, and then it usually snaps. I had to pull out the scissors to cut through the plastic part of it, but eventually I get through that. Here, I'm going to cut through the plastic overlay, and then pop, it snaps off. All right, so I'm going to get two of those, two of exactly the same, removing the large magnolia to leave the remainder of the pick. But then these two little eucalyptus parts of it were just too tall, so I cut both those off of the two partial picks, and then what I was left with I thought was absolutely perfect. So this is just a small fishbowl that I'm using as the vase. I love the shape of it. I love the size of it, and it's the balance with these picks is just phenomenal. So now I'm going to pull out my resin, which I've never used before. This is the first time ever I'm using resin, and I thought this was a nice, easy thing to do with it. So you mix equal parts. You stir it for 3 to 5 minutes. So just had a little stick and stir it for 3 to 5 minutes. And then you pour it in. But when I did that, I realized I didn't quite have enough, so I did a second batch because I wanted there to be a good amount, so it looked like clear water in there. Then I pour that in. I'm going to set my picks in, and then I realized I wanted one little piece of the eucalyptus in there, but after I cut it off, it was a little bit shorter, so it worked perfect. Pick, tongue twister. How many picks in a pick can you part? So I took just the elements out of the pick that I wanted. I pulled off the, I don't know, is this eucalyptus, whatever it is. I took that off, and then I removed it from the stem and put it in later, so that because the height on it was too high when it was on the pick. So anyway, I just wanted to show you that. But I love these. I've always loved these. It looks like you have florals in fresh water, and it's so simple. But the biggest thing about that one, it is simple if you pick the right stuff. If you put the wrong things in there, it's not going to look good. So what I did was I picked really good florals that look like actual flowers, right? They're not cheesy. They look like they are actual greenery and blooms and whatnot. So that's the key to this. I just think it looks so cool. I love this. I'm keeping that. Actually, I'm keeping all 3 of my crafts today. And I normally don't. I keep telling you guys that. I normally give away my crafts. And so that I'm going to keep them is like, what? Who knows? I probably won't keep them for long. Whatever. Okay. So I can't decide which one to show you next, but I guess I'll go to this one since it's right here. This one, oh, I can't move these. Gotta let it dry. It's 24 hours to dry, but I did it this morning. Okay. So this is so cool. You guys, is this not the coolest? Check this out. See all that rust on there? Yeah, I did it. Didn't come that way. These are those picture frames that had the little clippy on the top of it. You could put a picture in it. And it was the galvanized tin. It was not rusty, and I wanted to rust it up, of course. So, and then I put some florals in it. Blooms, spring blooms, yes. All right, let me show you how I made this one. This one takes a little bit more time, only because you have to do the rust effect on the galvanized. So I've got to deconstruct all 4 of these frames. And one of the things is when you're gluing 4 together like this, unless you put something on the corners,
you're going to end up with a rectangular, unless you're okay with there being an offset on each side, meaning a portion of the side portion of the frame. But the sides of these frames is a different color than the front, so I go ahead and do it rectangular. You'll see here in a minute when I go to glue it together. But first, we're deconstructing. I'm going to take that galvanized portion of it. The little clip is screwed on there, so I'm going to unscrew that. Of course, I put those to the side. I'm sure I'll use them in something later. And this does leave a little hole, of course, in the galvanized, which I use to my advantage later on. So once I get them all apart, I've got them there. I'm going to spray them, and then I do go stick them out in the sunshine. I was just showing you here, but normally I would take it outside and spray it. I think it was raining that day, so I started inside under the lights and then took it out later. And again, this was about 3 heavy coats. So I go on there, it dries, I go back, spray again, dry, spray again, dry. Once I get the galvanizing rust that I want, I'm going to put it back in the frames. I just used hot glue to pop them in there. Worked super easy. I knew this part wasn't going to be seen because it's going to be the inside of my floral box. Now here's where I'm saying when I glued them together, sorry, apparently I didn't video that, but see how the 2 on the ends, you just see the frame, and in the middle one you see a border on either side of the frame, which is the side of the other frames. I hope that makes sense. Now I'm cutting a piece of a sign to make the bottom of my planter box here. And then I do score it, snap it, whatever. Then I had to score it again because I don't know how I didn't get a straight line, but I didn't, so that's okay. Super easy to cut this stuff. It's like balsa wood. It's super soft. So, and this is just one of their long sign pieces from the Dollar Tree. So now I'm going to take shoe polish and stain that up because, not that you're going to see it, but I don't know, the sides maybe a little bit, I guess, on the bottom if you were looking there. So whatever. Anyway, I just stain it, and then I just use wood glue, and I actually left this overnight to dry. And then I came back the next day and cut a piece of pool noodle, put some hot glue, glued that down to the bottom, and the reason for that is because I want my picks to not move once they're in there. Now I'm going to take coconut plant liner. I love this. I love the color. It matches the rust. But here's the best part about this stuff, you guys, is it really helps stabilize your picks when you put them in, because you're putting them through that to go in there. And if you can't get it through, I just take my scissors, cut a slice, and in it goes. So it's going through the coconut into the pool noodle, which is absolutely fantastic. Those are never going to move, so little trick for you there. I love the plant liner way better than Spanish moss, which is messy. The coconut liner is not messy. It's great stuff. And again, the coloring on this was so perfect with the rust. So I'm going to put those in. Now I've got my florals in, and then I was looking at the holes, and I was like, I can use those. So I took some string, I put it through there, and at first I put it through knotted and then put a knot on the front of the florals. You'll see I'm going to undo that. I don't like that, so I went back. I left it in here just to show you. See, I do things and then I change it up. In the end, I went back and put the knot through to the inside. You could do this however you want to do it. And I also, here's where I'm going to show you in a minute. I put an Easter one on there to show you that you could change it up seasonally. So that's where I looped it through the flower and then put both ends through the hole and knotted it inside of there. And I just did this on all 4 sides, making sure that I was fairly even on the length of how far the flower hung down. And then on the final side, I'm just going to show you really quickly with a little Easter gnome thing on there that you could make this look seasonal. I took it off. I'm not going to use it for that, but I wanted to show it to you that you could do this seasonally and change it out if you wanted to. So here's a little gnome. I undid the tie, put it through. These are the little gnome packages that sitting right there, you can see it had 4 in there. All right, so this is what it looks like with a little gnome on the front. I think I'm going to show you here. Yep.
The mixture on that, it is basically equal parts vinegar, hydrogen peroxide, and then I just take table salt and I pour a bunch in there because the salt is actually, as you spray it on, the salt is what sort of breaks down the metal, and then the hydrogen and the vinegar rust it up. So, and it's just, this was probably maybe 3 times squirted all day in the sun. So like I would squirt, let it dry, go back out, squirt again, let it dry, squirt again. But you can control that just by watching it and based on how long you leave it out in the sun. And you can just do a little resting, you can do a lot of resting. I'm so in love with this piece. And do you not love how I used the little holes up there? In the video, did you notice I show you can make it like Easter if you want? I didn't like it, so, but you can. So I just love, 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 love this piece. What a great gift it would make as well. So farmhouse, so cool. But this might be my favorite piece right here. So I don't think I've ever seen anybody do what I have done here. So let's talk about it. It's 2 wreaths. All right. I've always thought these look like a bicycle wheel, right? But they really look like a bicycle wheel when you do this to them. So I'm going to show you how I did this. Do you not love this in the center? I love this piece too. I just can't decide. Watch how I made this.
I have got my 2 bicycle wreaths, I guess, is what bicycle frames. So I'm going to take this drawer pull, whatever you want to call it, and I have to take there's like a little nut on there and a cap thing. I don't know what you call them. Anyway, I just take the nut off, put the bolt through, and then screw the nut on. And then I'm just making sure that this is good and tight because I don't want it to come off. Then I'm going to put the next one on, and here at first I was like, wait, Amy, no, you can't put the nut here because the other wreath's just going to fall through. So I'm like, oh, no, the nut has to go on the inside to keep the distance there. So I take it off, and then I put it to the inside, and I screw it on just enough so that when I put the wreath on the back end of the nut, it's flush because, of course, it's going to hang on a wall, so I don't want to scratch or anything. And then I just plop some hot glue in there just to protect it and to hold it into place. I don't know that I showed when I put the hot glue in there, but I put a whole bunch of hot glue in the center there. Now I'm going to take some zip ties, and I tie equally one half and then the other half. See, I just went across the line there, and the zip ties are to the back of this wreath. So I'm going to go around, and every other spoke I'm going to zip tie. So you're going to watch me do that a little bit here. And then after I did that, actually, I realized that, oh, I'm only going to zip tie half the wreath. So every other one I've done the right and half ones, and then I went every other one. So at this point I'm going to have 4 zip ties on is what it's going to amount to. And then I've got a nice gap on the one side. It's open, and then this side is zip tied shut. I hope that is making sense. Anyway, you just split the wreath in half. Okay, so here's where I start to put one here, and I'm like, oh, I think I put it on, and then I cut it off, and I'm like, oh, no, I don't want to do that. I want to go ahead and have the gap on the one side. At first, I was thinking I was going to zip tie it all the way around. So I do that, I look at it, and I'm like, oh, nope. It's distorting it and not in the right way. So I end up cutting that one off and leaving half of it open. But right here is when I put it all together at first. So I'm going to cut it off, and I go back to just the half of the wreath is zip tied, and it's a much better look. Okay, so once I establish that right here, I think is where I'm going to do it. I'm going to cut, ba-bam, there we go. Boom, off we go. Once I've established that and I know that that's what the design is, then I'm going to deal with, okay, so now, is this where I put the hot glue on? Yeah, it is, there we go. I'm plopping a whole bunch of hot glue in the center there. That's to, first of all, keep it together and also to protect the wall. So now I'm going to cut off the ends of the zip ties. They're on the back side. All those tails are on the back side of the wreath. They're going to get covered anyway with the florals, but didn't need them sticking out. I'm going to flip it back around, and I'm going to start arranging my florals. So first I lay them out. How do I want them to lay out on the wreath? And then I start putting them in. One of the best parts about this is because of the pressure in the spokes where I've zip tied, these go in sort of pressure weave into this, and it works out really, really, really nicely. And then there's the wreath charm thing, and that's going to be the my little decoration on there that has a bicycle on it, which is just absolutely perfect. So we can just watch me here sort of weave these in and out here. And then when I go to put the wreath on, I cut a piece of wire and I flip it over and I was like, oh yeah, they come with their own wire taped to the back. So I end up using that, which of course is black wire, so it worked out perfectly. Anyway, I love this piece. You can go ahead and watch me arrange these in here. I love my choice of floral picks here. And you'll notice my floral picks were basically the same in all of them. So these that I'm putting in right now are the same series that I used in my rustic planter box, and the ones over there with the magnolias on them are the same ones that I used in my resin vase one without the big magnolias on them. Anyway, they're beautiful floral picks. Anytime I see them, I will pick them up just because they're just really beautiful, and they're super, super good. They're not cheap, cheesy. They're beautiful. And if you hunt at the Dollar Tree, you can find that stuff. Okay, I'll let you guys watch the end of this. Don't forget to tell me in the comments which one of these was your favorite. I love them all. I don't know, the bicycle wreath. But then I look at the rustic box, so I don't know. Okay, doesn't matter. You guys tell me which one is your favorite. And I'll be back to sign off.
This is so cool. I'm not going to lie to you guys. These are, I think, from 2 years ago that they sold the little knobs, door knobs, handle, drawer pulls, whatever you want to call them. But the thing is, like I said, when you see something there, you pick it up. Actually, I think Minnesota Mickey sent me these. But when you see them, pick them up because you just don't know what you're going to use them in. But if it's a really cool item and it's worth more than $1.25 anywhere else, then buy it. So I just want to talk about this. I zip tied those two ends together, right? But I wanted you guys to understand why. Because it would not have, I couldn't have gotten all the florals on it and all that, had it look correct if I had it open all the way around. But the effect is perfect. You absolutely see a bicycle spoke here, don't you? A bicycle wheel? You sure do. And how cute is the little welcome that's a bicycle? These are the wreath charms. They sell them there all the time. The designs on them change. I think I have like 6 of them. They're in my wreath box. And I was like, there it is. There's the bicycle. But there's also, if you want to do something like this and incorporate a bicycle into it, there's also a spring garden one that has, it's like a little welcome sign and there's a bicycle hanging off. It could easily be painted whatever color. So, do you not? Are you not in love? Because I am. This is going to go up on my front porch. I'm so in love with it. Also, though, I want to talk to you guys about the picks here because that's super important, the picks that you choose. These were in their spring last year, I think, and these come out every once in a while. These are the absolute best picks they have. There's ones that have like the lavender and the yellow, and then there's just different ones. Hey, Friday, kitty, kitty, kitty. Jax is picking on Friday out there. So anyway, love this. I hope you love this too. I think this little thing is just the cutest little embellishment on it. It's absolutely beautiful, stunning, all those things. I love it. I'm in love with all 3 of my creations today. So again, I want to thank, I gotta hang it back up. Oh, it's crooked, that's okay. I want to thank again Amanda and Brenda for hosting this challenge. I certainly appreciate that. For those of you that are new to my channel, I really hope you'll consider subscribing. Give me a thumbs up, please, of course. Absolutely leave a comment down below and tell me which one of these was your favorite. I'm curious which one's gonna win. So I love the simplicity, I love the rustic, I just love the creation in that one. All right, everybody, so have a great day, a great week, and a great life. And from your singing crafty crafter, you don't bring me flowers, you don't sing me love songs, you hardly go to the DT with me anymore when you come through the door at the end of the day. Happy hunting at your local Dollar Tree. We'll see you next time, besties. Thanks for watching.